Hi there, my name's Kirsten. This is the Paper Knits Podcast, and welcome to the first episode of my new series called I'm Gonna Fix My Knits. I have a handful of projects that I, finished in the last couple of years that it's not like there's like a mistake or like a repair that I have to do, but there's just like something about them that's not quite right, and I want to go back and actually fix those things. Today, I will be adding sleeve length to my Stria cardigan because from the moment I finished it, I was like, those arms are a little bit short. Whatever, it'll be fine. But every time I wear it, it feels like the arms are too short. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to keep track of how long it takes me. I'm going to try and guess how long it'll take me. Part of the delay of like doing stuff like this is like thinking about it at the right time when I actually have a time to do something about it. Figuring out what needle size was I using, ripping back ribbing and a sewn bind off, figuring out how to pick up stitches again in half fisherman's rib, having to do half fisherman's rib again, etc. And those are all deterrents, like another sweater I have a collar that I want to redo, like just stuff like that. So today it's my Stria cardigan. This was my birthday cast on in 2024, and so I started it in June 2024 and finished it in October. I also got this beautiful Delaque train case that year for my birthday, and my yarn for my Stria cardigan is in fact still inside of it. This worked so nicely to have all of my little minis organized on the top of the case, and then I could just get whichever color I needed. This yarn is the Sandra Yarn Co. Sunday Morning 4-ply. That is not the right label. I don't have a label in here. It's the Sunday Morning 4-ply. I really like it. It's the first time I'd used it. I really like the colors that I chose. I really like my cardigan. It did take a long time. It's small gauge, fingering weight yarn, half fisherman's rib, but I really like it. I like how things turned out, minus the length of the sleeves. So we're going to fix that today. I'm also going to debobble it, and I think I'm going to keep the width of the sleeve the same because I like how big it is, and I can like pull it up as needed, which I end up doing a lot with this one because when it feels too short, then I end up just like pulling them up. But it doesn't really like go with the vibe, so anyways, and I know exactly how much I'm going to add on to it, but I think at least 2 more stripes. Right now I'm ending with the blue color, and I remember when I was knitting it, I didn't want to end with this light green color because that's the lowest contrast one. And so I was like, I know, I'll just end with the blue instead of doing another one and ending it with light green. I think I'm going to do one more and end with that kind of more tealy green. So we will see. Thankfully, I had kept some notes on this one, and by kept notes, I mean I know which needle size I was using, and I'm going to double check my pattern. I'm going to get my timer going. I am going to guess, so to rip out 2 cuffs, pick up my stitches again, re-knit another 1.5 inches maybe. Maybe I need more than that. Well, I'll see. Maybe I'll start with like adding 2 more stripes. I'm going to predict that it takes me 4.5 hours. Let's guess that. I have an app on my phone that I used to use when I would like punch in and out of this like very, very part-time job that I had. I would literally do like 15 minutes at a time. And now I use it to keep track of my knitting sometimes. So that'll be what that is. Stria cardigan. And there we go. I have on my Ravelry that I use 2.25 millimeter needles, which I'm assuming is for the body. And then I'm also assuming that I used smaller needles for the cuffs. But let's find the pattern on my iPad and see if I made more notes than that. The pattern suggests 2.75. Oh, 2.75 for the whole thing, not changing when you get to the ribbing. Yeah, looks like same needle as the body was worked, so we'll do 2.25. My 9-inch 2.25 is in a pair of socks right now. I'm gonna steal it back. Okay, I have no idea if I was picking up the right stitch in that half fisherman's rib. We will see once I unravel it a bit more. I also have lots of yarn left over, and so I'm not going to worry about salvaging this yarn. I'm just going to get rid of it. It's fine. I don't know what's going on my last stitch there. I have so much, it's such a tangle. I should just cut it. I said I wasn't going to try and save the yarn, but I also obviously ended up unpicking the last blue stripe because I had not picked up my stitches in the right place and everything was tangled, and this is not better. Oh, that helped. Something horrible happened. I grabbed the wrong needle when I was rearranging my magic loop. Oh, also I switched to magic loop. Which was going so great until this. Okay, that is my 2 more stripes added on the first sleeve. I'm also thinking that I will do a longer cuff. I almost think that I could do 1 more. I'm at almost 2 hours. Had a little bit of struggles at the start getting going, so I think the second one will be a bit faster, but if I have to add in yet another stripe plus a longer ribbing, yeah. I think I should do more. Like, that's just like where it sits. So that would mean I would end with light blue. I think I should just add another stripe. So, but I need a break. So that might be it for today on this. I should have went upstairs and got myself another sweater because I've been chilly sitting down here. I threw on my Agnes sweater vest that I still haven't woven in all my ends on. And had my shawl around me, but it's chilly. My hands are cold. took 6 hours and 21 minutes. I guesstimated 4.5 hours. And so obviously it took a bit longer than that. Like I had a few mistakes along the way, but not 2 hours worth of mistakes, you know? So obviously just like the knitting time took longer. I guess technically I added more rows than I had initially planned to, but here we go. So previously it ended here. I added 3 more stripe sequences and I made a slightly longer cuff. You can see I had been doing decreases all the way along the sleeve, and then I just knit this part even. And so when I had it laying out flat, like that looks kind of weird, but I don't think it'll be noticeable when it's actually being worn. And it's already so much better. Like, I can't believe how much more length I added on. It was like, whatever, it could have been manageable, but I'm glad that I changed it. How do I show you sleeves? There we go, all done. And I will steam the knitting the next time I have my steamer out for something else. I didn't really feel like doing that today, but I'm still calling it done. All of my ends are woven in and snipped, and there we go, success. So it took me 2 years and 6 hours. So that's not an insignificant amount of time. I did it over the course of 3 days in between other knitting projects, and I'm happy that I took the time to do it. I think that this will be more wearable now for me. It always just like felt a little bit awkward, the length of the sleeves. So there, all done. Okay, goodbye. Happy knitting.